In the last video, I talked about how you could be creating your own ChatGPT agents yourself based on what you need. But in this video, I'm going to show you Sam Altman actually showing you how you can create your own ChatGPT agents without having any technical knowledge. All right, let's have a look.
We know that many people who want to build a GPT don't know how to code. We've made it so that you can program a GPT just by having a conversation. We believe that natural language is going to be a big part of how people use computers in the future, and we think this is an interesting early example.
Exactly, just by talking to it. Now, we know how to communicate with ChatGPT. We can type out what we want and we can go back and forth. Exactly, this is how it's going to be. You will be able to create your own plugins, your own agents using ChatGPT. And the way he's explaining, of course, this will help out people, but it will help developers or people like us actually get products and ready-made items out there for the public, for the startup, for the business, much quicker than how we would have done it in the past.
All right, so I want to create a GPT that helps give founders and developers advice when starting new projects. I'm going to go to create a GPT here, and this drops me into the GPT builder. I worked with founders for years at YC, and still, whenever I meet developers, the questions I get are always about how do I think about a business idea? Can you give me some advice? I'm going to see if I can build a GPT to help with that.
So he's looking to create a startup advisor. Now, this is neat. So you could choose your favorite Elon Musk. You can choose Bill Gates, perhaps. Anybody that you have been following and whose advices you look to follow, right? So you can feed ChatGPT all the information that you have about Elon Musk and his startup advices, and that will be a source of guidance for yourself if you want it like that.
So to start, GPT Builder asks me what I want to make. And I'm going to say, I want to help startup founders think through their business ideas and get advice. After the founder has gotten some advice, grill them on why they are not growing faster.
Now you can see what you're providing. You're just providing basic information. Then you will actually provide more material, more substantial information. And then what actual output you actually want from this, that's going to be the last piece of this puzzle.
All right. So to start off, I just tell the GPT a little bit about what I want here. And it's going to go off and start thinking about that. And it's going to write some detailed instructions for the GPT. It's also going to, let's see, ask me about a name. How do I feel about Startup Mentor? That's fine. That's good. So if I didn't like the name, of course, I could call it something else. But it's going to try to have this conversation with me and start there. And you can see here on the right in the preview mode that it's already starting to fill out the GPT, where it says what it does. It has some ideas of additional questions that I could ask. And you know what? So it just generated a candidate. Of course, I could regenerate that or change it, but I sort of like that. So I will say, that's great.
So you can see it will not be a one and done process. You will just go back and forth a little bit, and you will finalize and improve it as you go.
And you see now that the GPT is being built out a little bit more as we go. Now, what I want this to do, how it can interact with users, I could talk about style here. But what I'm going to say is I am going to upload transcripts of some lectures about startups I have given. Please give advice based off of those.
So basically what you saw here, he's going to be uploading some lectures, some transcripts, and this could be not just startup advice. This could be health advice. This could be fitness advice. This could be relationship advice. You can develop relationship coaches from this. You can develop all types of coaching material from this, and you can do it very, very, very easily. And this you will actually upload, and you could possibly save it as an application on ChatGPT and possibly make money from it down the line.
So now it's going to go figure out how to do that. And I would like to show you the configure tab. So you can see some of the things that were built out here as we were going by the builder itself. And you can see that there's capabilities here that I can enable. I could add custom actions. These are all fine to leave. I'm going to upload a file. So here is a lecture that I picked that I gave with some startup advice. And I'm going to add that here. In terms of these questions, this is a dumb one. the rest of those are reasonable and like very much things founders often ask. I'm going to add one more thing to the instructions here, which is be concise and constructive with feedback. All right, so again, if we had more time, I'd show you a bunch of other things, but this is like a decent start.
Now, all of this should be rolling out to customers of ChatGPT Plus. But if you are a developer, you actually have a developer playground where you already have access to all of these tools, but in a different setup. But just goes to show that it is possible right now, and you will probably have it soon enough.
And now we can try it out over on this preview tab. So I will say, what's a common question? What are three things to look? What are three things to look for when hiring employees at an early stage startup? Now it's going to look at that document I uploaded. It'll also have, of course, all of the background knowledge of GPT-4. That's pretty good. Those are three things that I definitely.
Now you're seeing this is just for a startup mentor, right? And this could be for anything, as I just talked about. It could be health, fitness, technology, engineering, anything at all. You can feed it textbooks. You can feed it medical books. You can feed it any types of books, any material, and this will be your sidekick. You can sell this if you are able to create this. A lot of people don't know how to do this. They will never know how to do this. And you can make money like this.
Now we could go on and it would start following the other instructions and grill me on why I'm not growing faster. But in the interest of time, I'm going to skip that. I'm going to publish this only to me for now. I can work on it later. I can add more content. I can add a few actions that I think would be useful. And then I can share it publicly. So that's what it looks like to create a GPT.
Yes, you can share it publicly. And this is going to be a whole new app store. And just like we had the iPhone and the Android, the Play Store and the app stores, Kindle store, anything that you have seen in the past, this will be another one. And the people who get in early, and a lot of people are contacting us for these purposes to help them out and stay on top of all of these cutting edge technologies and features that are coming out. The name of the game is how quickly you can get things done. Anyways, I wanted to share this. Hopefully this was helpful. We have to sail with this ship. We can't let this pass us by.